It's time to make some more of the models from Warhammer Quest Darkwater. My name's John, and you're watching Wargames, Models, and Other Hobbies. Hello, and welcome back to another video. Today I am going to be continuing to put together the push-fit models from Warhammer Quest Darkwater. I've got a few sprues to work through, and I'm either going to finish those or I'm going to stop at about half an hour. So we'll see where that goes. This is a real-time video, so what you see is what you get. No cuts or editing. If I do have to stop, it'll be to either let the dog out, phone call, front door, that kind of thing. So let's get started. So I'm going to start with Gelgus Pust. Gelgus Pust. So this is the big Nurgle guy. Now, I don't know any of the backstory to this game yet. I haven't gone through any of the books or anything that came with the box set. I've just started making the models. So forgive me if I pronounce names wrong or I don't know any of the backstory of these guys yet. And I'm looking for B2, which is that one there. I hope you enjoyed the videos this month. I'll put a little link in the description to all the videos that I've done. My new time of Friday at 5 for anyone who wants to know when I post a video. I'm starting off with just one video a week for now. If they get popular, I'll do more. I might do a bonus video now and again, but for now it's just one a week. And you get to join me with either some hobby time like this or one of my other hobbies or something else. Maybe I fancy doing a tutorial or something like that. That's what all these videos are. They are just me doing my hobby. And if you want to put something like that on in the background while you do your hobby, you've come to the right channel. I'm not worrying too much about cleaning up all the details on these, as they're Nurgle and I can always come back to bits and pieces later on and tidy them up. See how the push fit goes on. It's quite nice having that hidden by the armour plate there, so yeah, that's quite nice. Right, let's get B3, which is this big piece here. Well, I like those. The cape is a set of wings. It's quite cool. So yeah, the first video I did in this series, I was making the heroes from this edition of Warhammer Quest. And that was just a take them out of the box, make them as is, see how they go together. And I wasn't really kind of looking at the time, but this one is a proper hobby half hour. So we'll go for about half an hour, and wherever we get to at the end, that's going to be it. Now I've got to be really careful. This is quite a long stem here, and they do have a habit of breaking, so there we go. So that's quite loose on the top at the moment, but the instructions are telling me I need to get the head to pin that in. So that is this bit just here, which is B4. And this reminds me, I've still got my great unclean one to paint. If that's something you'd like to see, drop it in the comments. See if there's any video that you'd like to see, let me know. I'm quite happy to put things into videos if people like them. Okay. That does move a lot of stuff. That's going to need... Let's zoom in a little bit. There we go. That will need some glue later on, I think. But for now, not going to worry. Right, so I now need... The last bit is the backpack, which is B5. There we go. Well, not backpack. Strange horn section there. So with a lot of these models, although they're all push fit and you just need to use a pair of clippers, scalpel of some kind, you do sometimes need glue with them, so I will, when I've put them all together, see if there's any that I can kind of tweak and adjust if needed. I did say in the first video that I was very tempted to just do a unpainted play of the game, which I'm still thinking about doing, as it does say you can do a one player mode, and I'm quite intrigued about that. There we go, that's quite cool. There we go. Right, so let's get the base, and this also has, let's get B6, which is that little bit there. I'm just going to twist that off and put that in the base. Probably the wrong way around, but that's okay. And there is that first character, Gelgus Pust. Quite a cool Nurgle character. Let's move on to the next one. So we are now on Cankerborn. So I am looking for D, which is this one. I'm going to zoom out a little bit for this. Ooh, zooming in, let's zoom out a bit. There we go. Right. So there's two of these. So I need D7 and D8. So there's 8 and there is 7. These are really nicely detailed models, actually. So there's 7 and 8. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting all of these made. I need to sort out a container of some kind to put them in. Oh, there's the dog waking up. Oh, there's 3 points to plug there. Right, give me a second, I've just got to go let the dog out. Okay, where was I? Right, so I now need D9 and D10. So D10 is that little stone. Now I always look at kits like this and see if there's any possible conversion ideas. Haven't really seen any so far, but these kits are really nice and detailed already, so it'd be interesting to see exactly what the models are and how they play, but we shall see. Okay, that goes in there. I don't think this matters which way around it goes. Whoop, first drop of the video. There we go, that's quite loose. Let's try and get this. Ooh, careful of the stalk, don't want to damage that. There we go. And there's the first Cankerborn there. The dog's coming again. Not sure what he's doing at the moment. That's all right. Right. D2 and D1. There is D2. There's D1. These do have quite long pegs and stalks on them, so if you're making it, be careful that you don't accidentally break them. It can be a bit of a pain when you do that. The thing I'm interested about with this new edition of Warhammer Quest is it comes with a book which has all of the maps on, all of the playing areas, and I'm kind of wondering if that means that they will release additional books as expansions rather than whole box sets. Quite interesting to see. I don't know if they've already said anything along those lines. Just gotta go let the dog out. Okay. Right, where was I? The head is that one there, it's already fallen off. That bit there. What was I talking about before? Yeah, be interesting to see whether they release expansions as books or something else. It's quite an interesting trial. Oh, this has got a bent stalk, so yeah, I'm going to need to do some gluing on these later on, but for now just want to get them built. So there is the second Cankerborn, really nice Nurgle axe there. It looks like they've got kind of like multiple heads all kind of merged together. Anyway, let's have a look. Next one is Belga the Cystwitch. Right. So this is going on to this sprue here. So I'm looking for part 8, which is that one there. And part 7, which is this one here. So apart from the models that I'm trying to put together today, there's also a duplicate sprue of looks like Beastmen, so that's Pestigors, I think, and looks like the kind of old, not old world, Age of Sigmar equivalent to Poxwalkers from the 40k universe. But we'll save those either. If you want to see those built, let me know. If not, I'll just build them another time. Okay. So, oh, okay, so that's the top of a cauldron. That whatever this thing is, I mean, oh look, this little person just there, get it in focus, carrying it. This is an interesting one. Right, B9. Okay, this is a little person, looks like they're stirring it. Whether they look a bit too tidy to be Nurglings. Don't know exactly what they are. They've got little cowls on, so not sure what they are. Right, so this one is leaning down and stirring. Let's get that. Okay, here that one goes. There we go. So that one goes just there. And now need B10, which is this one just here. Really interesting model, this one. I'm going to have a look at everything that comes with the box set soon, so I can work out exactly what these strange creatures are. But anyway. Now, I do tend to waffle a lot while doing these videos. I've been doing the hobby for quite a long time. If there's anything that you'd like me to chat about whilst doing these, as with other bits, put it in the comments. And if there's a character you want my kind of thoughts on, or campaign, or the different games from Games Workshop, yeah, put it in the comments and I'm quite happy to waffle on while doing hobby. That doesn't really sit down. Let's get B11 to this staff here. Excuse me. I quite like these real-time videos. I like showing how long it actually takes to put these things together. I do find often when you see people putting them together, they kind of do it in a very kind of cut way, so you don't really get to see it. One thing I have noticed, looks like, I won't get it in focus, I've knocked the thumb off the model there. Looking around as I blow bits off, it's probably blown away. I might have to fix that and resculpt that later, but that's okay. Right, let's try and get this head on. Out of all of them, this looks, it actually feels like one of the trickiest ones to put together. Okay, looking at B12 now. There's B12. So this witch looks like a massive maggot. Perfect for Nurgle. Didn't quite do that one that cleanly. Yeah, if you'd like to see me how I paint these, drop it in the comments as well. I'm quite happy to do a few videos on painting all of these up. Yeah, this one, out of all of them, excuse me, this could be one of the most annoying ones to put together. It has push fit pieces that are quite tight. I don't know if that's been squashed or not. Ooh. What are we doing for time? Okay, that's alright. Right, I'm going to open that up a little bit. But there we go. Okay. Excuse me, sorry. Okay, let's get that on the base. That can't be the right one. It must be that one. There we go, that's better. Okay, so there is Belga the Cystwitch, a massive maggoty creature there. Shame about that thumb, but I can fix that. Right, let's have a look. The next one is Mulgoth the Cleaver. Okay, so I need C1 and C2. There's C1. And I bet you've already probably seen it before me. Is it C2? Yeah, it does say C2. Right, I'm looking and I can't see that bit anywhere. It's a there we go. Okay, there we go. It's that. Looks like an arm covered in cysts and warts. Well, actually, it's quite an indistinguishable piece. Okay, so that goes in. I think it is part of the arm. So C3, so it's this part next. Okay, so that's gonna go onto the legs there. Okay, I'm going to put this onto a base already just so it's easier to handle it. So C4, which is that one just there, not very explosive. That's quite nice detailed armour. Okay. Yeah, I am going to have to use a little bit of glue, I think, on quite a few of these. 5. Now there's... How am I going to do for time? I should have enough time to do a few more. I'm going by the timer on my camera, which doesn't really help, as it doesn't take into account the time I took the dog, put the dog out and that kind of stuff. So we shall see. Right, C6. That one just here. That is quite a bulbous arm. Looking at these ones, these could convert into some really nice plague marines. That's quite a cool idea. Oh, I like that idea. Although they don't. Yeah, the Nurgle push fits aren't as tidy as the other ones. I am going to have to sort this out. But anyway, that is Mulgoth the Cleaver. With a nice big repulsive arm there. Nice axe. And that antlered helmet. Right, the next one are the Blight Templars. There's a lot of selection with these guys, so let's find C8. And again, I'm probably going to be looking at it and not identifying it at all. It's only a little thing. Oh, there we go, right there in the bottom, C8. Oh, it is. I think it's the helmet. It's like a little pot helmet, but with 3 eye sockets. It's cool. And looking at 7, which is this one. Now, normally when I've put together push fits, I do glue them and I trim some of the stalks off and put them together that way, but I decided this time round not to do that. Okay, so this is saying it goes in that one there. Okay, so that's gone there. And I want C9. I'm kind of not worrying about cleaning these up too much. I think I already said that, but you can kind of get away with that with Nurgle. 10, 11 and 12. So there is 11. There's 10. Okay. So 10 goes on first. Actually, a lot of these could make some really cool Plague Marine conversions. So, if anyone fancies seeing that and wants to buy me another copy of Warhammer Quest so I can do that, leave a comment. You don't have to. Okay, so that goes into there, and I need C12, which is that bit. Right. That's a bit of a pain to put in, that bit. There we go. Excuse me. Right, I'm going to call that there. So let's have a quick look at all of these, go back to the beginning, and then I'll finish the other ones in another video, I think. So that's the first one, which is Gelgus Pust. Quite a cool model, that one. Yeah, I do like those wings. Oh, there it is. There. Then we have the two Cankerborn. Quite hideous, large plague bearers, I presume. Yeah, they look like it. Oh, sorry, out of focus there. But really quite an interesting set of models, those ones. Then we have Belga the Cystwitch, the weird maggoty creature there. It's quite cool as well. And then Mulgoth the Cleaver. Gonna have to do a little bit of filling on this one and gluing, but that's quite a cool model, that one. And then lastly for this video, we've got the first Blight Templar. Got a massive kind of rotting mace. Plague Marine armour there. No, sorry, plague kind of infested armour. Plague Marines on the mind. But yeah, these would make a good conversion. But anyway, right, yeah, so that's those models put together. I've got to take a picture of the thumbnail for these, but for now, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for the next part where I'll finish off the other models, but for now all I can say is thank you so much for tuning in. My name's John, and you've been watching Wargames, Models, and Other Hobbies.